Hi guys, it's Miss Voigt, and today I want to talk to you about a cool opportunity to display your artwork locally and to help other people across the world at the same time. So we have an organization here in Carbondale called For Kids' Sake, and they raise money to help kids in a country called Bangladesh. I'm here on their website now, and I want to show you a little bit about them. So first, let's talk about where Bangladesh is. Bangladesh is next to India, which is in Asia. It's pretty far from here. But some of the interesting things about Bangladesh are that it's a very small country as far as space, how much land they have, but they have a whole lot of people in that small space. So they have some problems that we may not have here, things like droughts where it doesn't rain and famine where food doesn't grow. And they also don't always have access to education. So not very many of their population, about a quarter, actually know how to read and write. So this group raises money to send to Bangladesh to help the kids there. So when we participate in their fundraiser, we are helping to fund orphanages, which is where kids go who don't get to live with their families, and these orphanages give them food and shelter, a place to live. They give them health care, like keeping them healthy, not getting sick, and it also gives them an education. It helps to teach them to read and write and all of the other awesome things that we get to learn in our schools here. So by doing the fundraiser, you get to help someone across the world, which is really cool. So what do we mean when we talk about a fundraiser? Well, right now what they are getting ready to do is the art auction. And an art auction is a special kind of sale. And in this sale, people come in and they look at the artwork and they will tell the For Kids' Sake how much they would spend to buy that artwork. And while the sale is going on, people can keep saying how much they would want to pay to take that artwork home. And at the end, the person who said they would pay the most gets to buy the artwork. So this is then where, so after they buy the artwork, they will pay the money to For Kids' Sake, and For Kids' Sake sends the money to Bangladesh, and the person who said they would pay the most gets to take that artwork home. So this is kind of different because if you make an artwork for the art auction For Kids' Sake, you are donating your artwork. That means that you are giving it to For Kids' Sake so that they can sell it and send the money to Bangladesh. So when you submit your artwork for them, you don't expect to get it back. The only way you would get it back is if you or your family went in and you guys said that you would be the one to pay the most money for this, and you would put that amount on the list. So you may not get your artwork back, but instead you'll get to have it displayed and you will get to help other people. So let's take a look. You can see here on this big picture on the wall that all of the artworks are framed and they're displayed really nice. So when For Kids' Sake goes through the artworks, they choose the ones that they're going to put on the auction this year, and they put that really cool border around them that's called a mat, and they put them in a frame with glass in the front so that they look super cool, super professional. And they even put a label with the artist's name and title on the wall next to the artwork so that everybody knows who made what. So you can see all kinds of artwork displayed on this wall. I'm going to scroll down real quick so that we can take a look at a lot more of these artworks. So this is last year's art auction, and they are being displayed at Long Branch Cafe, where you might have been before. They put artwork all along the walls at Long Branch and even in the windows to show off the art and have people bid on it or say how much they would like to buy it for. So when you see all of these, notice that there are all kinds of different artworks, all kinds of things like stained glass from their workshops. They've got a watercolor workshop too, to drawings and paintings and things that have been sewn, all kinds of different art. This auction is for all ages, so it doesn't matter how old you are, they will take your art and use it for the art auction. So any age, kid through adult, gets to participate in this really cool community event. So let's take a look. If you are interested in participating, they will want to have a submission form from you. So let's open that up and go through it together. So here's what it looks like. Call for student art. And you'll see a couple things that are super important right here on the left. The first is the deadline is January 8th. That means that on January 8th, they will stop taking new artwork so that they can get the stuff they have framed and mounted and ready to display. So if you want your art to be in the auction, you want to make sure that it gets to them by January 8th. Then the next thing I want to show you is it says all 2D media accepted. 2D means that the artwork is flat. So it could be in a frame or it could hang on the wall. So these are things like drawings, paintings, photographs, things that you've sewn, collage. There are so many things that this could include. But it does not include things like a sculpture that you would need to be able to walk around or that would need to sit on a table to be displayed. They're going to have to hang them on the wall and put them in a frame. So think of things that could be displayed like that, and you'll have some good ideas of what you could use. So over on the right, we have a little bit more information. The first thing is, of course, it's all ages. They are going to select their artwork and have it displayed from February 16th through March 29th at the Long Branch Cafe. All of the proceeds, so all of the money from their sale, go back to Bangladesh, to those students and orphans in that community. So if we look at the form, we're going to see again that deadline, January 8th. You can drop it off or you can mail it. They have their address here and an email address if you want to send in your picture or even some digital art. That might be really cool to send in. All art is considered a donation, like we talked about. It is something you're giving to them so that they can raise money for the kids in Bangladesh. And you'll be notified if your artwork is selected for the auction this year. And that's what the form is for. They have receptions, they talk with the artist, they have music and food and all kinds of cool stuff for the community when they have this art auction. So you want to be able to know what's going on. So you want to give them some way to contact you if your art is chosen. Now, if your art's not chosen, they will hold on to it, and sometimes it will be chosen then for a following year's art auction. So on this form, you'll put your name, your first and last name, so that they are able to find out who you are. Make sure you're putting both on this. And then your age, when you made the artwork. Your school is Unity Point School. If you went to their either stained glass or watercolor workshop, you could put it in the next line where it says workshop. If you didn't, just leave that blank. The next one is artwork's title, and that is where you get to give your artwork a name. You get to say what you want it to be called, and that's going to be on that little label underneath your artwork when it is displayed at Long Branch. Medium. Now, this one I get a lot of questions about. Medium is any of the supplies or materials you use to make an artwork. So if you did a drawing with colored pencils and markers, you might put on here color pencils and markers. If you did a collage, it might be paper or fabric and glue. Think about what materials, what supplies you got out to make that artwork, and that's what you would put here in Medium. Next, it has a place for a phone number, email, and address. This is so that they can contact your parents or guardians to let them know that your artwork is going to be displayed and to invite you all to those receptions that they have. So you want to make sure you get some sort of contact information here that they can reach you at. And then it says, if not selected, I understand that my art may be kept to be considered in future For Kids Sake art auctions. And then you're going to put a little check mark there. So this form, once you fill it out, gets submitted with your artwork to go to the auction and to be displayed in Long Branch Cafe and to raise money for some people in our large community of Bangladesh across the world. So guys, I hope you'll consider making something super cool and participating in this event. It is really fun and a great way to use your talent to help somebody else. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later.